Welcome to Cryptids and Comedians. This is the show where two stand-up comics talk about mythical creatures, like we talk about the super hot girl who saw our set and thought we were so funny she took us home to hook up with us, and her two super hot supermodel roommates. It absolutely happened, but everyone's like, no, it didn't. I'm Thom Tran with my co-host Peter Murphy. How are you, sir?
Hey, how's it going, Tom? Peter here, everybody. And yeah, I mean, if you tell someone it happened, it happened. And just because it's not true doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Just because security footage showed you leaving alone and her getting into an Uber with her friends doesn't mean it didn't happen. We're both stand-up comics. We live here in Hollywood. We travel all over the place. We perform all over the world, which gives us the opportunity to fuel our obsession with cryptids from different places. Now, every week we talk about a different cryptid. I tell Peter about the history, the lore, cultural significance, pop culture references, and any evidence, if there is any, and then he tells me why I am wrong. As always, Peter, for people who are here for the first time or just don't know, Pete, what is a cryptid?
A cryptid's like, it's like, it's like that's the real term for the S that you drew in high school, like the cool S, like that's like that's like the official definition of it. Or it's that, or it's like a monster or creature that is not confirmed to be believed, but is kind of like has its own lore about it. Like we're talking popular ones, Loch Ness Monster. We're talking Bigfoot, Yeti, skunk ape out of Florida.
So basically any creatures that rumored to exist, but there's no actual scientific evidence or hard evidence to prove its existence.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Okay.
But I'm skeptical.
Okay.
I'm skeptical. So I don't even need to know the definition.
All right. This week we're going to talk about a deadly creature from the Great White North, and I do not mean Dan Aykroyd. That was terrible.
Great movie.
So many great movies from Dan Aykroyd. One of my favorite actors of all time.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be talking about the Wendigo. Do you know what that is? Have you ever heard of the Wendigo?
Wendigo. I mean, when Ding stays, I like that. That's when Ding stays. But when Dingo, it's sad. I think that sounds like a Willie Nelson song. Wendigo.
It's totally could be a Willie Nelson song.
Wendigo? No, but I'll be honest. You mentioned Canada. Wendigo sounds like an Australian animal that would eat your baby.
Okay.
But
yeah,
if you're saying Canada,
Wendigo
ate my baby.
Wendigo ate my baby.
Yeah, if I'm hearing the term Wendigo, it's like, yeah, I'm back home in Florida, and somebody said, oh yeah, Wendigo ate my baby. Back when Dingo.
Is that something they say in Florida?
We say a lot of things in Florida.
We
say some crazy things. I'm excited to hear about what a Wendigo is, because I can speculate all day. The Wendigo, that's like, Wendigo, to me, that sounds like the term used when you like use a school appliance as like a weapon. Like, oh, I fancied the ruler into a Wendigo and I stabbed my classmate. Or like, oh, I put 6 paper clips together and Wendigoed the back of this guy's head.
I got it. I have another idea for a use of Wendigo in cultural parlance.
Oh yeah,
that we'll get to after I tell you what a Wendigo is.
I can't wait to hear.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about the Wendigo. It's a creature that is rumored to exist or said to exist in the Great White North. So areas of Canada. We're talking Wisconsin, parts of North Dakota, like as you can see from the map, if you're watching this on YouTube, mostly in Canada, but areas like New England, the Great Lakes area-ish. If Bigfoot, let's say Bigfoot is America's mysterious uncle who only shows up drunk at Thanksgiving. Well, Wendigo is a crazy ex who keeps texting you from the woods at 3 a.m. Have you had that happen?
Ooh. No, because on the first text, I'll take her back.
You take her back on the first text?
Yeah, you don't have to text me 100 times. You don't have to text me twice.
You don't just play hard to get just a little bit?
No, I love too hard.
All right.
I love too hard.
That sounds probably dirtier than I expected to be. So the Wendigo is a monster from...
Oh my God.
Yeah. from Algonquin folklore, Native American folklore. That is one of the depictions of a Wendigo, if you're looking at this on the screen on YouTube. But here are two general depictions or artistic renditions of what a Wendigo is. The one I'm just going to show you on the left is a more modern interpretation of a Wendigo, but the one on the right is kind of what I believe folklore and culture describes it as.
Oh,
Yeah. So from the left, you can see like antlers. It looks like kind of a deer that's half human, half deer. While on the right, it looks like a person who's just gaunt and starving. Again, it's from Algonquin folklore, usually described as a skeletal creature with glowing eyes and sharp teeth and claws. Sometimes it's said to have antlers or deer skull, but that's more from like modern interpretations from like TV and film and stuff like that. I think that's only come around the last couple of years. The idea is this thing is always starving. It's never full. Oh. And the core belief is the Wendigo is created when a person resorts to cannibalism. That's the big thing, especially during the harsh winters up in Canada, the northern states of the United States. The idea is a person's soul gets corrupted once you eat human flesh, and the body gets all monstrous, and you look like this demon creature that you're seeing on the right, that's more of what folklore describes the creature as, because it's not really a creature. It's not like an animal that's born. It's a person who, because of circumstances and the time of year, the harsh winters, they resort to cannibalism.
Wow.
And they turn into that.
Wow. Yeah, I could totally, I mean, holy moly. I mean, yes. If all you eat is other humans, I could see you turning into that, just the same way that like if all you eat is cold cuts, you turn into like an Italian New Jersey gym bro. You know what I mean? Or if like,
do Italian New Jersey gym bros eat cold cuts a lot?
Only eat cold cuts, yeah, from like the deli. Like, oh yeah, like half a pound of turkey here, half a pound of capicola there, and or like vegans or vegetarians that become like very frail. So like, you are what you eat.
So are Wendigos like modern day, or they're ancient vegans? Is that what you're saying?
No, they're not vegans. They're like, that is an accurate description of if you eat only humans, you're going to turn into that. Okay. For sure. And also like all these cryptids end up being spotted in the woods. And, based on the illustration, it looks like someone, if they're telling that to like a police officer or like, like somebody that's drawing the description, it's like, yeah, you were on mushrooms when you saw this. Like, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, you were definitely on mushrooms in the woods. Then maybe you saw a deer, and then you're like, whoa, and like you just kind of like you didn't see the whole body, so your brain filled in the gaps.
Okay, so it's just somebody who's stoned and high or on drugs.
I mean, yeah, and also, yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, as far as like the look goes. Yeah, okay, for sure.
They're said to roam the woods, drawn to greed and gluttony and hunger. They're always hungry. That's the thing. They're constantly hangry because of the situation they're in. It's wintertime. There's no food.
This feels like something you tell kids so they act right. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Just like, like the way that some parents use Santa Claus. It's like,
to get kids to act right.
Yeah, exactly. It's Santa Claus is watching. He's always watching. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, well, don't be gluttonous or else you'll turn into this thing. It's like, oh, don't stand too close to the TV. You'll ruin your eyes. Okay. Like, no, that's not real. Okay. This is just like a parenting gap where you have to create some fake thing. This is what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. Couple parents go into the woods, take some mushrooms, see a crazy deer.
Why does it keep coming back to mushrooms?
I mean, because they're in the woods. What else are you doing in the woods? Right. What else is anybody doing in the woods? They're doing some kind of extracurricular activity. They see something, they're like, oh yeah, that'll be good to scare our children.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. All right. So from folklore, The Wendigo comes from like Algonquin speaking tribes. So Native American, the Chippewa, I believe, the Cayuga possibly believe in it, especially in the northern United States and Canada. And it's interesting that you say that it's used as like a cautionary tale, like to, hey, act right, because part of the folklore really emphasizes the cautionary tale about survival and greed and respecting nature, and using the Wendigo as a moral lesson to not hoard food and don't eat your neighbor, because obviously cannibalism is not cool.
Cannibalism is not cool. And like, honestly, if we could just pause to say, hey, cannibalism isn't cool.
That's a strong stance to take.
I mean, listen, I'm not,
that's a strong stance.
I guess.
Don't eat people.
I'm not going that far.
That's literally what cannibalism is.
I'm not going that far. But I'm saying it's not cool. Like, hey, I'm not going to, I hate this phrase, but it's appropriate here. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum, right?
I will totally yuck someone's yum and say, don't eat people.
To each their own. Everyone's got their thing.
I'm going to go with don't eat people.
But it's not cool. I mean, you could do it, but I don't want to be your friend. You could do it. I don't want to be around you. It's like...
okay, Army Hammer.
Like people... Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Could have been a great Batman. Could have been a great Bruce Wayne.
And that's why Army Hammer is now selling timeshares in the Bahamas or something.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Really? Oh, yeah. I mean...
That's what he's doing now.
And he gives like a backyard barbecue cookout too. I heard he's great. He's great on barbecue with ribs and stuff like that, which is amazing.
I didn't even really read what he said. Like there was transcripts of like what he, I guess, text women about what he wanted to do. And I got a little whiff, a little sense of what that was about. And I was like, I want none of this. I don't want that in my brain.
Wow. Army Hammer might be a Winnebago. What's it called?
Winnebago? A Wendigo?
Wendigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be.
Winnebago.
Yeah, Army Hammer might be a Winnebago. Winnebago. But I'm just saying, listen, you do whatever you want to do. It's not cool.
Once again, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, don't eat people.
Sure. Hey, listen, I'm not telling you what, and listen, I'm not telling you what to do. You do whatever you want, but just don't do it around me.
Okay. All right.
Like people on mushrooms. Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Why? All right. The origin story of the Wendigo belief started centuries ago. Areas with harsh winters, scarce resources, again, Canada. I know, like for a while, I was talking smack about New Jersey, and that won't end. But I feel like I keep emphasizing Canada and the northern United States because as a former Western New Yorker, I lived basically in Canada. Those winters suck. They are terrible. And that's why I don't live there now. That's why I don't even go back for the holidays. It's awful. So
you ever think about eating somebody?
No, I'm gonna go with never thought about eating someone.
What would it take?
What would it take?
Yeah.
What would it take for me to resort to cannibalism?
Yeah, I mean, are we talking like crashed, a lost situation, right? Lost TV show
in like on a deserted island.
Deserted island, yeah. Or like
no, because deserted islands probably got coconuts, and if it's an island, there's going to be water, and where there's water, there's probably fish.
Okay. Oh, desert. What about a desert? You, 6 friends, trapped in a desert. Phones are off. Just sand. And it's like, hey, what are we gonna do?
Here's the thing. I've been stuck in that exact situation. When I was in Iraq, we got stuck. One of the vehicles got disabled. Another one conked out in gas. We just loaded everything up on a truck, and we were just basically stuck in the desert.
Whoa.
It was an insane 25 minutes.
I thought you were gonna that's kind of like Hanukkah.
It's kind of like Hanukkah.
With technology that we have now, like what, did 8 nights the candles burned for 8 nights?
12 crazy nights. Is it 12 crazy nights?
12 crazy nights.
Is it night 12? Neither of us is Jewish.
But in today's day and age, 12 nights is 25 minutes with the technology that we have at our hands on our phones. So, you did like a modern day Hanukkah.
I do this thing now where I will intentionally go to the bathroom and leave my phone somewhere just to see how long I can go.
Oh, to the bathroom?
Yeah.
How long you can go?
Without using, well, I mean, how
Don't
long
force it.
How long I can go without using the phone.
Man, see, I'm the opposite. I'm like total dad vibes. This is like the most Two things about me that are very dad-like. Maybe three. I like to iron my shirts. I show up at the airport 2.5, 3 hours early.
You iron your shirts? You don't hand steam? Hand steaming is far superior.
I like an iron. I like a hot iron. I like the risk.
You've never burned down a house trying to get a crease out of a shirt, have you?
No, my God, have you? Whoa.
According to the insurance company, it was an accident.
Well, the third dad thing about me is that I could sit on the toilet with my phone for 45, 50, maybe an hour.
Really?
I'm there. Yeah, I'm there. I'm answering emails. I'm answering calls.
Well, yeah. I mean, if
I'm
you're doing stuff.
New York
Obviously.
Times games.
Huh.
I'm scrolling. I'm posting. I'm tweeting. I'm replying.
Okay.
Yeah, I could do all that. But you test yourself. You like to test yourself.
myself.
And so how long? Okay. And so what? You were stranded in Iraq for 25 minutes, and the thought of eating one of your friends was like, all right, who would I go for first?
No, I'm gonna go with. It did not cross my mind.
Okay. All right.
There was a lot of yelling at the private
Sure.
about why I didn't bring the extra fuel can.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, I don't think. No. So in the desert, no. I don't. I mean, I've watched that movie. What's the movie with the soccer players? You're a soccer guy.
Oh yeah, where it goes down.
Yeah.
The plane
What's
goes
that
down.
movie?
I don't remember the name. Is
Uh,
it Bumblebees?
No.
Or-
Bumblebees?
It's like a Showtime show, isn't it?
You mean Yellow Jacket?
Yellow Jacket. Yeah.
You said Bumblebee. I'm like the Transformers movie.
Yeah.
Where?
He wasn't in that one. Now I really sound like a dad.
What is that?
God,
What's
I
the
wanna be
name of
dad
that
so
movie?
bad. I wanna be dad so bad, Tom.
You want to be a dad so bad?
I love Too Hard, Tom. I love Too Hard.
Did you say you want to be a dad so bad?
Wait. Yeah. Forget about that. What's the movie? It's a soccer team is traveling in a plane and they crash.
Yeah, you're a soccer guy. How do you not know this?
Yeah, but I don't know I know the game on the field. That doesn't mean I've seen every bit of soccer in media necessarily. But this sounds like
This is a famous thing.
What is it? What's it called?
This is a big deal. It happened like in the 70s, 72. Let's see. What's the movie called? The movie is called, people are screaming at their phones right now.
Yeah.
Alive. The movie is
Alive.
called Alive.
No, never heard of it.
It is the search. Oh, okay. I was wrong. It wasn't a soccer team.
Oh, okay.
It was a rugby team.
Oh.
But same difference.
Stop.
Two sports nobody in America cares about except a small group of people,
please.
including you and Ian.
Ian Edwards. Yeah, exactly. No. Oh, nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so the story of Alive was, we are getting way off track, but that's fine. No, not really, because we're talking about cannibals. We're talking about cannibalism,
Yeah.
which
And
probably will
we're-
get this episode at least, demonetized.
We're discovering that Army Hammer is the closest to a Winnebeagle that America has seen in a long time.
Okay, so the movie Alive was based on the search for a rugby team from the Ugandan Air Force Flight 571 that crashed in the Andes in 1972.
Whoa.
There were two movies based on this. Society of the Snow, the old Christians rugby team from Uruguay, not Uganda. Did I say Uganda? Not
Yeah.
Uganda. Uruguay.
Okay.
And Alive that came out in 1993. Same deal. Rugby team crashed in the Andes, and they had to resort to cannibalism to survive.
Whoa.
For an astonishing 27 minutes.
And did any?
So they didn't last as long as that. I mean.
Oh yeah, but they didn't. True, but none of them transformed into like they got the taste for it, and then they turned into like Windemeers.
I thought you were gonna say they got a taste for it and transformed into a Volkswagen Bug, because we're getting all of our
A
stuff
Volkswagen,
confused.
a Volkswagen Winnebago.
We're getting confused with all of this. Back to the Wendigo.
Wendigo.
The Wendigo.
That's what I said.
So again, the belief started centuries ago in areas of northern United States and Canada. They believe that when someone gave in to cannibalism, tribes believed they could transform into the Wendigo.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like a monster like we would, like werewolves and stuff like that, which is a whole other thing that we will get into eventually. It was a symbol of spiritual imbalance, they said, like societal taboos, like eating people, which apparently Peter It's not against.
I'm not cool with it.
He's not cool with it.
Don't eat. If you're a cannibal, I'm not cool with it. Don't do it around me, Don't do it around me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be witness to it.
Once again, hot take. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not going to tell anybody what to do.
Physical descriptions vary, but normally Wendigo is believed to be emancipated, like skin, like just gaunt, like basically that.
My goodness.
Yeah, I think I just...
long arms.
Yeah, like long arms.
That's the scariest part.
The long arms?
Yeah. Honestly, you come face to face with this. What's the scariest thing? What's the scariest feature to you?
Naked in the winter. Naked in the winter. Anybody who's naked in the winter,
yeah,
there is something wrong with you. However, I say that having grown up in Buffalo, New York, I remember there was a winter where it got to a balmy 50 degrees. And I'm not exaggerating, in shorts, shoveling my driveway.
Whoa.
And this was shortly before I moved to Los Angeles.
My goodness.
Yeah. So maybe not naked in the winter. Maybe that's not a complete.
But looking at these guys, you run into one of these things in the woods. It's fight, flight, or freeze, right? And if you try and run, the reach is insane. You freeze, you're dead. And also, like,
it does have some wingspan,
right? It's time to fight. Okay, you get in a boxing stance. Their reach is, they might just like pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fighting these because of the reach. It's like it's impossible.
Would you fight? Would you fight or would you run?
I don't think I could outrun that thing. Both of those look like. They both look like they could bound.
Bounding is scary.
Yes.
I don't know why bounding is so scary.
Bounding is scary, right?
Like, bounding and skipping.
Ooh, yeah, like little kids that do hurdles. A
child skipping or a child bounding.
Ooh.
Frightening.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. Like, I would rather go head to head with one of those images of a Wendigo than just like if I was standing on a street.
Yeah.
And I just saw a child by themselves skipping with a balloon.
Oh my.
That shit is frightening.
In reality, most of us are probably going to freeze in this situation if we're eye to eye with one of these things. You try and run. It's not during the day. And also it's like you're not on some path. You're running through the woods, so you're going to trip. You got to think about that. So you got to fight this thing. And I don't see many outcomes where you're surviving because of the reach and because of the bounding. And imagine if there's more than one. Oh my gosh, you might last 25 minutes if you're lucky. If you're lucky.
Okay, here's a question. What is more frightening? A child bounding or a child just standing by themselves with a balloon in a field? Imagine that in your head right now. You're standing, you look off into the distance, there's a child just by themselves holding a balloon.
Yeah, well, one kid is exercising and the other is trying to discover electricity.
And both of them are frightening.
Yes, exactly.
Both of them are absolutely frightening.
Both of them very scary. What's scarier? Just a kid bounding around. Like what?
And you got to understand why bounding is weird. It's not like skipping. It's not like jumping.
Ooh.
It is the distance of which they travel in a single jump.
I'm going to say, so you're saying bounding is more terrifying than a kid bounding is more terrifying than a kid in a field with a balloon. I'll say this is more I say the kid with the balloon is more terrifying because
why?
And I'll say this because that kids don't play with balloons anymore.
Oh my God.
So that's a time traveler.
That is.
Or it's like.
It's interesting how you went right to time travel.
Or it's a person. Yeah. It's like an adult dressed as a child.
Okay.
And you get closer and you're like, oh wait, something's wrong. Something is wrong here. And we're both picturing a red balloon, right? Okay. Picturing a red balloon. Because what's in that balloon? Where did this kid, quote unquote, get access to helium on their own?
Party City. Party C. Have you? I've seen children walk in with a $5 bill and just slap it on the counter like Norm at Cheers and just give me some helium. I've seen it
In
with
Florida,
my eyes. No, in Burbank.
no, but in Florida, we call them squeakies.
Squeakies.
Yeah, like if you're ingesting like nitrous or whatever it is, helium, whatever it is in those balloons, it's called a squeaky. If you have the canister, it's called a squeaky.
Okay.
That's like the street term for it.
Okay.
I didn't make it up. I don't love it, but I'm a little more afraid of anybody with a balloon.
Okay.
If a single balloon, more scary than 2 or 3 balloons, because maybe you're on the way to the party.
All right. Getting back to the Wendigo, this photo on the right that you're looking at, you're talking about the crazy reach. Some stories say these how tall do you think these monsters are?
If I had to guess, I would guess minimum 7 feet.
Minimum 7.
Minimum.
There are stories that say some of these creatures stand as high as 15 feet.
15 feet.
15 feet, which means that arm on the creature on the right, 8 feet.
Yeah.
8 feet.
Yeah, impossible.
That's from here to my kitchen.
That's why we have guns. That's why we have
Is that
guns.
why we have guns?
In this country, yes. For mandingos. To fight, yeah. How are you going to fight against a reach of a wingding? You know, like it's impossible.
Here's the most common story about the Wendigos, and one of the most common attributes is that they are supposedly to have a heart of ice, like both metaphorically and physically. Like once you eat that human flesh, the idea is your soul becomes so corrupted and you get so taken by the taste of human flesh. Now your heart becomes frozen, both physically, but in terms of like nothing matters now. You've taken that step over the line into cannibalism, and now like even human flesh is just flesh. So now nothing matters.
Once you cross that line, human flesh is just the same as like the outside of like an apple or like chicken skin.
Yeah. I was gonna say pork.
Pork, yeah, sure, yeah.
What do they call human flesh? Long pig? Yeah.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
Long pig?
Aren't
No.
you from Florida?
Yeah, but I'm not grilling up long pig.
No, that's a thing. I think that's right.
I'm eating gator, but no long pig.
Yeah, they call human flesh long pig, the most dangerous game.
Oh no, you can't. Yeah, you can't uncross that line.
Yeah. So the idea is once you eat human flesh, your heart just becomes ice, and the only way to destroy a Wendigo or Mandingo, as you call them, is to burn them in fire. But even then, their heart won't melt because they've crossed that line. Historical. Go ahead.
Is that where the term man eater might come from? Like she's a man eater, because like she eats.
I don't like how you went to that version of man eater and not Hall & Oates.
She's a man eater for the face.
That's not how the song goes.
No, it goes. She's a man eater. Do you want to eat some long pig? That's the karaoke version.
I still don't like that you went to that new man eater song and not Hall & Oates, because Hall & Oates is
what? Awesome. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Hall & Oates. How does the Hall & Oates version go?
I can't sing it because we'll get flagged for copyright because my singing is that good.
Dang.
It is.
But maybe that's where the term comes from, man eater, because you eat this flesh and then your heart turns to ice. Right? Wouldn't that be describing a man eater?
I mean,
in a way.
Have you dated some of these women in Hollywood? They all have hearts of ice. Current girlfriend excluded. She's sweet.
I want to be a dad so bad. I'm in the wrong town.
I hate that we're talking about a creature that eats human flesh, and you're like, I want to be a dad so bad.
Oh, man,
that is antithetical to this subject.
I love Tom.
Do you really want to be a dad?
More than anything.
All right. Well, ladies will give his Instagram later. Sure. We'll put that on camera. Historical accounts of the Wendigo. I almost said Mandingo, thanks to you. Historical accounts go back to the 1600s through the 1800s. European settlers started writing down Native American stories about the Wendigo. And then Christian missionaries would call it proof of devil possession because as a Catholic, of course they did. I can say that. You know what? As a former Catholic, I'm retired. French fur trappers came back with stories of seeing shadowy, monstrous figures in the woods. There are real cases of Wendigo psychosis, which is documented by the APA, the American Psychological Association. So there's a medical condition called Wendigo psychosis. What do you think Wendigo psychosis is?
Easy for you to say. Wendigo psychosis is when you get the taste for. It's like you get the taste for flesh, and like then you can't do anything else, right?
You're actually pretty close. Psychologists debate, and they say that this idea of wanting human flesh and wanting to eat human flesh they call it Wendigo psychosis. So it's actually documented by the APA.
It's like this one time I went to Vegas with my friend Kelvin.
Oh God!
And we went to a very, very good buffet, and he had never had bone marrow before. Right? Yeah, exactly. He had never had bone marrow before, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you should try this. Whatever." Brunch buffet, and then he tries. He's like, "Wow, that's great." Then, 45 minutes later, he's got I'm not exaggerating. I have a picture of it. I've got to have it. He had 18 bones stacked up.
No.
And he was like, he had just like a taste for, man, that's probably as close to a Wendigo as you can get. But eating bone marrow, but he ate like 18 portions of bone marrow.
How big were these bones?
I mean, about the size of
like a human femur?
About the size of like the head of a guitar.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big. But you gotta the bone marrow's in there. You gotta scrape it out, put it on some toast.
Yeah. It's
put
not
it
like
on
a lot. I mean, it's
almost like a jelly.
Yes.
In a way. But then you eat 18 of those things. And he looked at me, he's like, I feel so ashamed. But he had a taste for it and he couldn't give it up. That's the closest we'll get to cannibalism. Right? I mean, I don't know I don't know what animal that came from. It could have been anything.
Cannibalism is, if it was human bone marrow, then it would definitely be.
But yeah, it's like there's like a shame associated with it.
So during famine, people believed they were turning into Wendigos. They would crave human flesh or act violently. And I think that's just a circumstance of listen, we're in Canada in the winter. We don't have food. We don't have crops. And if you're up in the awful parts of Canada, which is called Canada. I'm sorry. That was such an easy joke. I'm sorry. I will be.
There is better maple syrup in New York State than Canada, I'll say.
Ooh, them's just strong words.
I'll say. But the Canadians do more with their maple syrup. Like they put it in chocolate bars.
This is true.
They make it more fun.
I have Canadian maple syrup that I brought back from Vancouver. When I was up there performing with Brad. Speaking of which, I'm going to be performing with Brad Williams in Seattle, Washington, or just outside of Seattle, Washington, on November 1st. Nice. I don't know when this episode is coming out. If I already did that, it was a great show. Famous sightings and cases. There was a Swift Runner case of 1878 where a Cree man murdered and ate his whole family.
Whoa. Claimed
he was possessed by Wendigo. After he was charged and convicted, he was executed. In the 1900s, ongoing sightings around Lake Superior, Lake Ontario, Minnesota. Hunters claim to see it to this day. There is, quote unquote, modern evidence, footprints in the snow, strange skeletal figures caught on blurry cameras. So, of course, anytime you see something weird and blurry in front of a camera, it's either a cryptid or a drunk guy in Wisconsin that crossed the border. If you actually YouTube Wendigo, if you go onto YouTube and look for Wendigo, It is insane what people can do with AI now. And AI is like in its infancy.
Yeah.
And you're seeing like crazy. I mean, you can clearly see this the stuff I'm seeing. Like when I was researching this, it looked like creature effects from movies back in the 90s. But that's when it cost millions of dollars to do that. Now people are literally doing it with an app on their phone.
We got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Spiritual significance. It's not just a monster story. It's really about balance. And that's what the whole thing is. The Wendigo is really, I think, more of an analogy than an animal. But like I said, there is Wendigo psychosis where people believe they're becoming Wendigos. So it's not that it's not true, but not in the way that some of these folklore stories talk about. It's really about balance. The Wendigo embodies like unchecked greed, like taking more than you need, eating without giving back. It's what was that story about? Was it grasshopper and a hare? It was an old fable about the
Tortoise and the Hare?
no, not the tortoise and the hare.
The movie Wall Street?
Yes, the movie Wall Street starring Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Yeah. Charlie Sheen?
And Michael Douglas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah. But no, it's basically about how the human soul is tied to these taboos. And once you cross that taboo, like eating human flesh, which again, Peter is not against it.
I don't want you listen, everybody likes something different. It ain't for me. Don't do it around me.
Okay.
Don't bring that energy in here. If you do it on your time.
For some people, it's cannibalism, like Peter. Don't do it around him. Other people, it's homosexuality. For me, it's hummus.
Hummus?
Keep that away from me.
You don't like hummus?
I hate hummus.
You don't like vegetable frosting?
Yeah, I said it. I said what I said.
I like it.
I am putting hummus up there with cannibalism.
Whoa.
Yeah, I said it. Hummus and cannibalism on the same level.
On the same level?
On the same level for me.
In terms of what disgusts you about other people?
Yes.
Or taboo?
Well, I mean, there's technically nothing in the Bible that says don't eat smashed up chickpeas with garlic. But I think hummus is wrong.
Really? I will say it's like they're empty carbs and it's an okay snack.
Okay.
But that's it. It's just like an appetizer. It's the most appetizer. You know, most appetizers are like
the appetizer to the appetizer.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Even that. Like it's a proper appetizer. Most appetizers are like, oh, have a loaf of bread.
Right.
Oh, eat 6 cheese logs.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
Eat 6 chicken wings or something like that. Hummus is like it's barely a snack. It's not a meal. And you dislike these people.
Yes.
Wow.
I think they're sinful.
Wow.
Kevin Smith, I just said it.
What'd they do to you? What did hummus ever do to you, or hummus people ever do to you?
Oh, Michelle. Anyway, basically back to the Wendigo. Basically, the spirit animal. It's about greed. It's about greed and what happens to your soul when you give in to greed like that. And cannibalism is greed. Like you would rather eat people than die, which, that's for some people. It's not for me. It's not for Peter.
I mean, it's not for me, but if that's your thing, who am I to judge?
So that's a little bit about the Wendigo. I know we got very off track today. Let's talk about some pop culture references. Ooh. Wendigo is basically everywhere. It's like the Pedro Pascal. Supernatural, one of my favorite shows, first season villain. Ooh. Very creepy. And its portrayal was more like this animal on the right than it was on the left. Again, that the depiction with the antler horns, it looks like a deer. That's more of a modern interpretation. I'm sure that came from somebody's book or something. The show Hannibal. Hannibal Lecter is often depicted as a Wendigo. Yes. Pet Cemetery. Stephen King got some inspiration from the Wendigo folklore for Pet Cemetery, which is, I mean, I haven't watched Pet Cemetery in a long time, but is there cannibalism in there? I know there's the little kid that eats, he bites the old man. Spoilers for a movie that came out 40 years ago. But I don't remember like actual.
I don't remember. I know
the kid came back to life, and I mean, once you bring a kid back to life from dead, it's gonna freak out. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, it's not for me. You know.
Yeah.
Some people are bringing kids back to life. Don't do it around me, please.
The movies Ravenous from 1999 and Antlers from 2021, which is, I think, where the
Oh my God.
Did
you see that movie?
No.
I loved that movie.
Really?
Can I tell you something?
Please.
I was, this is very Hollywood, but like, it was,
what do you think about this image of the,
oh my golly. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And this is more of a kind of, this one, if you're looking on YouTube, it's more like a werewolf deer, a deer wolf.
I think
it's were-deer.
I think it's wearing that skull as a
mask.
It
looks like it's wearing the skull of
as armor.
A deer.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Armor.
I'm sorry.
No, I saw the movie Antlers, and it's like a pretty hardcore movie. This was on the Fox lot when 20th Century Fox still had Fox Searchlight, and I was visiting a friend there. I had like a general meeting. And they were like, "Hey, you want to, watch this?"
Oh, mister, I had a general meeting. Very Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. So I go, they go, "Hey, this movie might come out next year. This is our first screening with the director. Do you want to go in?" I go, "Yeah, great." So there's 20 seats in this screening room, this movie theater, and maybe there's 15 of us. A lot of the crew, some PAs they pulled in. Just some people to like fill out the room. They asked me to come in, and then there's an empty seat next to me, and then right next to me was Kate McKinnon.
Really?
Yeah, it was so fun. Like, it was Kate McKinnon, and we're both like, I'm like, I know it's Kate McKinnon. I have no reason to talk to her. Don't know her, but we're just kind of like eating. They gave us popcorn. We're eating our popcorn. We're just kind of like look at each other like, this movie is freaking crazy. And then it was like going on a roller coaster. This is how I watch horror movies. It's like going on a roller coaster, but this roller coaster was like so intense, and you were upside down most of the time. And like, it's like the most very graphic scenes of like antlers like growing out of kids' mouths. It was really ambitious photography. Director of photography was incredible, and it was fun and good. And I guess they didn't know how to market it exactly, but in the
you're doing a bang up job right now.
In the lobby, of this movie that was like came out in like 2019 or something, 2019. When did it come out?
Antlers came out in 2021.
2021. Okay. So they were showing this pre-pandemic. That's how long they had it. We're in the lobby, and Kate McKinnon looks at me and she goes, and then she had a backpack on, and there was like a circle of people like talking about, what they could improve with the movie. Like, it was like a test group, whatever. And then she was like, scurried away quickly. She was like, don't want to get into this. And I was like, that's a great, I'm going to take after her and just scurry away as quickly as possible.
Did the movie ever come out?
It did come out. It was good. I mean,
was it about the God damn, now you got me saying it. The Wendigo.
I think it was.
Wendigo.
I mean, I didn't know that term at the time, but now associating that term with this, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Here's another weird pop culture instance. The Wendigo showed up in an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing says Saturday morning cartoons like demonic cannibalism. In literature, Algernon Blackwood's The Wendigo. God damn it. The Wendigo came out in 1910. It was one of the earliest horror stories to bring up the creature. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, Stephen King had multiple instances in Pet Sematary, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, and then Margaret Atwood references in Canadian literature, tying it to colonialism and greed. So again, it's more an allegory. Is that the right word?
It's a lesson.
It's a lesson. I believe that's what allegory means.
I voted for allegory in 2004, just so everybody knows.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, not for everybody, but I voted for allegory in 2004.
In video games, it showed up in Until Dawn in 2015. The main villains are Wendigos. Fallout 76, they had mutated Wendigos in Appalachia. The Witcher showed the creatures, well, animals, creatures that were inspired by it. And then World of Warcraft, you have the animals in there. And of course, D&D had Wendigo-like monsters that showed up. Music and art, bands have written metal and punk songs and pop funk songs about the Wendigo. Not pop funk, I made that up. Indigenous artists use it all the time as a symbol for imbalance in modern society. Again, going back to that idea of like, once you cross that line from into greed like that, they tie it to that kind of imbalance in our society now. We've got paintings that depict skeletal animals, much like the one we've been showing you. This one, that one, not the one with the horns. And then you have people dressing up on TikTok and running out of the woods and scaring people. What would you do if somebody ran out in the woods dressed like a Wendigo to scare you?
It's fight, flight, or freeze. I gotta fight. Like even if it's a real Wendigo, I'm like, hey, I gotta go down swinging. But if it's not, if it's like a fake person, I'm like,
you don't want to be a bitch. You do not want to be a bitch.
Exactly. Yeah, not for me. You can be that around other people, but that's not something that's happening around me. I'm not going to take that sort of nonsense.
Okay.
On principle, but that's me.
I gotcha. So the Wendigo has actually become shorthand for greedy, selfish people, kind of saying, hey, don't be greedy. So this comes back to what I said earlier about how I think we should use Wendigo in modern comedic parlance.
Oh.
Yeah. I think someone that runs the light and is disrespectful of other comedians and the show should from now on be called Wendigos. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, but like Wendigo means Wendigo, I guess, could look like anything, but it means you're just like gluttonous and like eating other humans. So I guess that makes sense. Like you're like disrespecting other people.
Our time, our stage time for us it's food, it's sustenance.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's us being on stage is how we make a living.
Yeah.
And for someone to run the light.
Yeah.
And disrespectfully running the light. Like I get people run the light. I've run the light by accident. Sometimes I don't see it. I was at a show the other night where the comic never worked there before. Didn't bother asking where the light was, but just didn't know where the light was.
Oh boy.
That wasn't malicious. That was just whatever. It was.
But if you're doing it intentionally, you're a Wendigo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what we should call comics now that run the light.
Or are disrespectful to other comics in other ways. Like, oh, it's a real Wendigo over there.
Oh my God. I think we just did a thing.
Wendigo. And then we'll probably abbreviate that to Windy.
Windy?
Window.
It's Wendigo. So it's
Wendigo.
Would it be Wendy?
Wendigo, you got to go.
I mean, Wendigo.
Wendigo, you got to go. But yeah, Wendigo for sure. Yeah, anybody that's, being gluttonous in how much time they're consuming of yours, and also like how much energy and physical space.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we just did a thing. I think we just created a new modern use for the word Wendigo.
Yeah.
From now on, comedians who run the lights and take up time from other comedians maliciously, they're called Wendigos.
Yeah.
That's it for this episode of Cryptids and Comedians. Peter, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Tom.
Where can people find you on the interwebs?
You know what? Find me on Instagram, Peter_Murphy, and then find me on YouTube, youtube.com/Peter Murphy YouTube. I think that is the silliest YouTube URL I could find, but it's
youtube.com/Peter Murphy YouTube.
Yeah. I think it's silly, and that's my brand. I'm very silly. Tom, where can people find you on the internet?
I'm at _Thom Tran, THOMTRAN. The show is at Cryptids and Comedians. If I have secured that by the time this comes out.
Hey.
I did buy cryptidscomedians.com.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I get drunk sometimes and I
buy URLs.
Buy URLs. I own hosgetcold.com.
No, they don't though. They don't though.
Hoes get cold.
They don't get cold.
Hoes get cold.
That's a cryptid. A cold hoe.
A cold.
Doesn't exist. I've heard story, but not around me. Don't bring that energy around me. That's fine if that's your thing, but it's not for me.
Thank you again for watching Cryptids Comedians. I'm Thom Tran. He is
Peter Murphy.
We'll be back next week with another episode of talking about cryptids. I just haven't figured out how to end this show, but thanks for watching. Tell your friends, like the episode, subscribe, recommend us, leave a comment, leave a 5-star rating on the YouTube algorithms, or that's not how it works, on your podcast catcher of choice. And we'll be back with another episode soon. Happy spooky season.
Yeah, and be safe out there.